welcome to our local non-league, and we're here as normal on Sunday evening, and get, of course, first up having a chat with us tonight. Of course, is Paul from Ware, and Paul, and we were just saying off air. I mean, at last, the results have gone Ware's way over the weekend, and a great victory for you and everybody else in that in that region has dropped 2 points.
Yeah. It's been quite good really for us. Like I said off air, we haven't seemed to capitalise in the past when teams around us have struggled. So, Welling and Berkhamsted, they drew on Tuesday, and then all of them around us drew again yesterday. So, and we won, albeit only 1-0, but overall deservedly won that game. But we've got 2 massive games coming up. So, massive games where we've got to take points. So it's so tight, it's unbelievable. You can see by the table, Dave, no one can afford to slip up. Welling are in a good position. They've got 2 games in hand still. So, if they win that, it then becomes sort of between 3 teams, if you know what I mean. If they win both, is it 2 games in hand they have, isn't it? Yeah. If they win them games in hand and continue to win. But, yeah, we've got a big couple of weeks ahead of us.
And, of course, Welling, got a game in hand as well to play one of them midweek against Aylesbury, and then they've got Dunstable at the weekend. So 2 tough fight games for them as well. And as you said, next up for you is St Neots at St Neots, so another bit of a travel, but
Northleigh.
So Northleigh. So yeah. So I mean, it's going to be an interesting weekend, shall we say?
It's going to be a very interesting weekend, and it's a weekend where we're going to need to take 3 points. I'm afraid, no 2 ways about it. We need to take 3 points. They've done well. They're a good side, Northleigh. They're a good side. And, they went to Bedford yesterday and they took a point, Ideally, a win for Bedford would have made me a bit more happier, but fair play to them. They went there and got a point. And now we've got to go there and get points. And I'm setting it up, and we've got to go there and get 3 points. If we go there and get 3 points, then, you're going to have an even happier gaffer next Sunday night.
I mean, look at it as well. But I mean, if you were to get into those, sort of top, 4 playoff positions, I mean, you'd be in some kind of sort of good run as such, with it. Because if you look at some of the games you've got, coming up, you've got Northleigh, Berkhamsted, Tame, and Didcot, and Colney Heath, fighting for survival as well. You've got 5 real tough games coming up that will put you right in that sort of mindset for those playoffs. Yeah,
I've said it going back to Dunstable, maybe that there was 7 or 8 cup finals, 8 cup finals we had, or something like that. And now we've got 5 games in it? Did you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games? Yeah. So now we've got 5 cup finals. So I look at it that all people might look at it and think, well, Wantage, Barton, Dunstable, big side, good side. We haven't conceded a goal in the last 3 games, so that gives me, going into them games, huge confidence, because where we've scored so many goals, as you know, 8 goals, we've conceded too many. So to go into the last 3 games not conceding is great. So we take that now to Northleigh, and I do believe that if we can get 2 good results in the next 2 games, I think we'll be in the playoffs. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to talk about playoffs, but let's be clear, if we get to the playoffs, I think it's just against anyone, wherever that game played. And I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So, let's try and get the job done. It should have been done, in my opinion, a long time ago. But that is football, and that's the joys of football. Things never go straightforward. You have ups and downs all season. We've had some ups and downs. I like to think this season's been more about ups, albeit we haven't won nothing, of course, but you can have a lot of ups when the season goes on. So, you know, we will look forward to Saturday, that's for sure.
So talk us through yesterday's game then, Paul. I mean, you know, it's a good 1-0 win against a tough side in Barton Rovers. I mean, did it all go to plan, or was there a few hiccups on the way?
Well, I went to watch them against Romania, Dave, and I was very impressed with them. Yellow's got a good team there, and they, when we went over to them, albeit a bit different of a side, they beat us. So it was another game that, you know, could easily be a banana skin. It could have been. But, you know, I made a very late change, big decision for me. Well, it ain't really a big decision as people would look at it. But, you know, Lee Rose, who scored the goal, he's just come back from injury. And I put him on the bench. But I made that decision literally a good hour just before the kick-off that I would start Lee. And unfortunately, young Wishan, who had a great game last week, dropped down to the bench. But on hindsight, it was the right decision, massively right decision. Lee gives me so much in the game. So I put him into the team, and I brought Taff back into the team. So I wanted to be attacking. We're at home. We created enough. We just didn't do nothing with it. I felt that overall, you know, I remember walking off the pitch afterwards and one of their coaches says, we deserve something from that game. I said, but you might feel you deserved something from that game, but I felt that we had enough chances to win the game, and we deserved to win the game. Went 1-0 up in the first half. Second half, yeah, my keeper made a one-on-one great save. Brilliant, that's what he's there for, but it's a great save. But again, you know, wrong decisions at the right at the wrong time didn't cost us at all, but it better thinking in the right areas, we probably go and win that game 3-0. But I said to them afterwards, you know, that I don't care at this stage that you winning 1-0. That don't bother me. You know, we want to win a couple of, you know, to stop my heart palpitations going on during the game. If we could score, you know, 2 or 3 goals, I'll be over the moon. But listen, we defended it well. Yeah, they had a chance. Probably had 2 chances overall in the game where they felt they probably should have done better. But overall, I felt that we created enough, but just didn't pull the trigger at the right times, as they say.
And of course, you got a good week this week as well, where, you know, training wise, you know, Tuesday and Thursday, and then the big decisions of who plays and who doesn't play. But I mean, you know, injury wise, I mean, is your decision getting harder for you because you're getting some of your injuries back, or I mean, you know,
everyone's back, mate. Everyone's back. Young Robbie Buchanan left. He, you know, unfortunately, how I do it now is I've got 17 players. So one will have to miss out. But unfortunately, Robbie, he wasn't 100% fit. He's back still playing up. So, you know, I'm going to go with that because it's an easy one for me. But, yeah, of course it's hard. I don't want to leave. If I could have 17, 18 on the bench, I'd have them. You know, and then make me... It's horrible. It's not a great part of being a manager that I absolutely hate that I have to leave a player that effectively could come into that game and change it, and I've got to leave them out. So it is what it is. But all the players know that. I've done that for a while now. You know, where I've had to leave 2 out. You know, you got to remember we've lost Alex now, gone back to Enfield FC. Due to family commitments, so it is always hard to leave a player out, and it's something I don't like, but it's part and parcel of me being a manager. And at the end of the day, I've got a job to do, and I said that to them all yesterday. You know, they've got to buy into what we're doing here. I've got a job to do, and that's the job to put the team on a right team or a fittest team to go and win them games. But it'll change next Saturday. It'll change next Saturday. Always does. I'm a bit concerned that Lee's wife's due at any minute, so that could have an impact on next Saturday's game.
But I mean, if you get a winning side like that, though, I mean, are you one of these managers that, if you're on a winning run, do you get to a stage where you keep the winning side, or if you look at it and go, well, look, this one's injured, or so this one might be better, so player A might be better than player B in this game, even though he's been in the starting lineup for the last 3 or 4 weeks and we've won every game. But I think it might be better if I change it. I mean, do you go down that route, or do you stick with that, winning starting 11?
I look at all aspects of the opposition. I have a look at everything. Do I look at it that it might be better I play team A over team B on this particular day? Yes, I look at it like that. And yes, it could change for that reason on Saturday. But I don't tend to change too much. If you look at my teams now, I made 2 changes from last Saturday, starting 11. If you look the week before, it changed due to circumstances, losing Alex. So the team changed. But no, I don't really tend to change. I'm not one to rotate in a league game, especially at this stage. Yeah, if we had a game on Tuesday night that was a cup game, of course I would change it. Of course I'd need to keep everyone fresh. But as we're going Saturday now, I just have to, I will look at the team we're playing, and people will probably, as players, they don't see it maybe, but from a manager's point of view, I have to do what I think's right. I have to live by my decisions, rightly or wrongly. So it is something I do look at, the opposition. It is. Yesterday I made a couple of decisions where some players could say to me, why did you do that? But that's that, as a manager, that's, it's make or break sometimes. And I just make them decisions, hopefully for the right reasons.
Of course, transfer window slammed shut last week as well. And happy with, I'm assuming you're happy with everything you've got.
Yeah, I'm more than happy. I said that last week. I'm more than happy with what I've got with my team, with my players. So it is what it is now, isn't it? I can't do nothing about it anyway. I'm not sure if I can get anyone loan. You're allowed to sign loan players, on loan. But no, I'm happy. Touch wood. I don't get no more injuries.
And I mean, injuries that you have got, are they out, for the full season?
Only Dan Rumours is out for the full season. He won't be coming back. He's been out since October. Dan won't be coming back. He's injured.
With Dan, are you hoping that he'll be back for pre-season?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. We've got to sit down and talk with Dan. He's a good centre half. There's a lot of interest with Dan, no doubt. But I have to sit down with Dan. He comes. He has a program from the physio, sorts him out a program. He was in training at the other. He was at the game yesterday. He was there on Thursday, I think. So he has a program he has to work to. So we have to wait and see on Dan. You never know. Miracles might happen that he could be available by the end of the season, but I very much doubt it.
So with your injured players, do they come along with the team to away games and home games, or are they not? Do they not have to come? Are you the type of manager that wants?
If they're injured, they don't have to travel.
Right.
If they're injured, they'll all probably come to the home games because they'll come and see the physio while they're doing a bit outside. He might do a bit with them. But no, they don't have to come. Dan might come to away games. I know, if they're not too far away, his mum and dad normally come. But Dan recently moved and bought a new gaff, and he's busy working and he's got bills to pay, isn't he? So it's probably better he works on a Saturday. So like anyone really. But he does tend to come and support us at home games. Yeah, definitely.
Well, if he's buying a new gaff, maybe you might have to pay him so much next year.
Yeah, oh, you're joking, yeah. And also I mentioned really Gaz Madden, our club captain. He's been out all season as well. So really, I've been a bit unlucky with my centre halves. 2 of them injured all season. He was there yesterday, so the lads come in and support each other. So that's good. We've got a good team bond. We've got great lads. I will say that about my lot. They are good lads. They all get on really well and they're all mates. And that goes a long way in football, you know. That does go a long way. You've got a good dressing room.
So, I mean, at the weekend, will everybody travel up together, or is everybody going to travel up separately? I mean, what
Oh,
happens?
you better have a phone call to the chairman, but no, we'll dress. So we'll end up individual, mate. It will be going up. Everyone will be going, making their own way there.
I mean, you know, literally with you know, with the likes, it's still down. Would you still saying it's 5 from 4, or so 4 from 5, or would you include the likes of maybe Tame in the running?
Well, you can't write them off, can you? You know, I know they're 8 points behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we've still got to play them, but it's a tall ask for them. That's what I say, because Welling, Northleigh, Dunstable, Ware, they're all still winning games. I know, yeah. All right, I mean, there were some tough games yesterday, and I know they all dropped points. But you know, at the end of the day, you'd rather take a point. Welling probably is probably more upset than anyone because they dropped against the bottom of the league. But why they're winning, it gets harder and harder, doesn't it? You've got 6 games left, 5 games left. You know, if we win, you know, Tame win, can they catch, you know, Dunstable or Northleigh? You know, that's the sort of things. So if Northleigh beat us, and then listen, anything can happen in football. I don't want to put and sound like, you know, we got 2 tough games. We don't take points out of that. We go to Tame and they beat us. Who knows where we are? You know.
Well, you know, I'd like people that watch, you know, that watch our chats every week, tell us what they think is going to be the final 4. We take Berkhamsted, we'll take Bedford out of it, but I'm just having a look at some of these fixtures that are coming up. Northleigh's fixtures over the next 5-6 games. They've got Uccle this weekend at home. Then they've got Hertford Town at home, FC Romania away, Didcot at home, and Colney Heath away. We'll just have a quick look at find them on here. AFC Dunstable, their last few fixtures. They've got Welling Garden City at home, Romania at home, Bedford away, Tame at home, and Hertford Town away. We've already been through yours, and then we'll just have a quick look at Welling as well. Welling's last few fixtures. Of course, they've got a few more than everybody else. Aylesbury United at home during the week. Then they've got Dunstable away, Biggleswade at home, Bedford at home, Hertford away, Barton at home, Kidlington away. Would you agree with me and say that the easiest set of fixtures are for Northleigh on paper?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You'd expect Northleigh to win all them games except next Saturday. So, but I think so, yeah. But look at yesterday, Dave, with Welling. Who thought that they would end up drawing that game? I never.
Yeah,
absolutely. I put Welling down for a win yesterday, so I expected him to win that game, but you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. All I do know is that Ware FC, we need to be at the top of our game for the next 5 games.
I mean, the one we missed out was Tame. They're at away to Colney Heath, away to St Neots, home to yourselves, away to Dunstable, and at home to Harlow on the last game of the season.
So yeah, they got Dunstable. St Neots are not too drabby now. They're doing well again. Away at Harlow, last game of the season. Harlow want to put a good performance in on the last game, you know, with their fans. So
that game's at Tame.
Oh, it's at Tame, sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, well, listen, it is what it is. They, you know, with their games, not only they got to win their games, they've got to claw them 8 points back that they're behind. So, listen, let's be very, we all know, listen, every game for every team in that top 7 is cup finals. Well, maybe not so much Bedford and Berkhamsted, but from positions 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're all massive cup finals. Every one of them, and there's still going to be twists and turns.
Absolutely. As you said,
100% there is.
Well, as you said, you saw one of them at the weekend with Wantage against Welling. So we're going to keep looking at this because this is interesting. When I have my chats with Steve now on a weekly basis as well from the league, he always says this is probably the tastiest, one of the 2 of the tastiest promotion chases that there is in the Southern League this year. But Paul, a massive thank you yet again for joining us today and giving up your sunny evenings. And we wish you all the very, very best during the week and, of course, your trip to Norfolk at the weekend. And hopefully it will go the way you want it to go.
Fingers crossed, mate. Let's hope so, eh? And like I said, next Sunday, hopefully we'll be celebrating another 3 points.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so, mate.
Thanks, mate.